This is a scammer named Munir, and we're about to get him arrested. He lives in Kashmir, India, and he scams people by pretending to be tech support, and he's a real arrogant son of a bitch.
How much have you paid? How much have you paid in total? How many dollars?
I don't know.
For a 1420? I'm refunding every bit of it now.
No, sir.
We first came across Munir earlier. Munir. I call him Manure. Fucking Manure. His name is Manure. We first came across Manure earlier this year, and in collaboration with Jim Browning, we were able to infiltrate his computer, watch him through his own webcam, and expose his scam to millions of people. We even flew to Kashmir, India to hunt him down ourselves. Our time chasing and exposing Munir has been a long and satisfying adventure for the most part, but this story still lacks one very important finale: getting Munir put behind bars. Now, this video is not going to be as cut and dry as you might expect. Getting scammers arrested and prosecuted is an incredibly difficult thing to achieve. We know how frustrating it is to watch a video of ours confronting a scammer face to face with all the evidence in the world, only for us to then walk away without any permanent action being taken. Believe me, nobody is more frustrated about that than we are. But the paralyzingly ignorant keyboard warriors directing their verbal diarrhea at us are either A, unaware of the things happening behind the scenes outside of a 15-minute YouTube confrontation, or B, unaware of how convoluted the law gets when it comes to cybercrime that crosses country borders. And no, it's not as simple as turning ourselves into victims and sending $1 to the scammers. Chasing massive international organized crime bosses with a petty theft charge equivalent to stealing a Snickers is not only counterproductive, but a complete fucking waste of time. The things that have transpired since we publicly exposed Munir on our channel will blow your mind. It's an emotional roller coaster to say the least, and make sure you watch to the end of this video because there's something you can do at home right now that will help seal Munir's fate forever. I want to say thank you to Incogni for sponsoring this video. How long have you had your email address? Probably a long time. If you've had the same email address for a long time, or home address, or even your phone number, I'm sure you, like me, receive tons of spam solicitations every single day, oftentimes from companies and things I've never even heard of. The reason this happens is because when your information gets online, it gets harvested and sold and shared with something called data brokers. Now, I could go to each one of these data brokers individually and ask them to remove my information, which they're required by law to do, but that would take forever. Or I can sign up for Incogni, which I did, and I'm definitely not regretting. They're a service that will reach out to the data brokers on your behalf and have them remove your personal information from their databases. Since I've signed up, I don't have to do a thing. They handle everything. The whole thing is automated, and they handle any objections that come in for you. I also get these occasional updates that show me how many brokers they found with my personal information and are getting removed right away. The first 100 people to use the link below with the promo code Trilogy are going to get 20% off an Incogni subscription. Go to incogni.com/trilogy and use promo code Trilogy and start taking back your personal data today. This video involves a shit ton of traveling, and we're going to take you along for every step of this crazy ride. But first, I think it's important to remind you just how much of a piece of shit Munir really is.
I am here to help, but not as a slave. I am a human being.
You're two different accounts.
I will not provide support to Sergio as well, neither to you now. I am refunding your whole amount. Take the money?
No.
Yes, I am. I don't expect these things from my customers calling me and thinking that I'm a slave. So let me speak little louder. What are you trying to make me understand? That I'm a dumb?
I don't understand because you speak faster.
Can you please?
And when you were talking
All right.
about
Now, please.
Can I?
No.
He's one of those guys behind the classic virus pop-up scam, scaring victims into thinking they need virus protection for their computer. He uses fake error messages and computer commands to convince the victim that their computer is in danger, and then charges them obscene amounts of money for doing absolutely nothing. We learned that Munir operated under the alias Alan Dotz, and under the company name IV Tech Web Services, LLC. Not only that, but we learned that IV Tech Web Services is an actual LLC registered to the IRS to a man named Larry in Youngstown, Ohio. So Larry owns the US company and bank account responsible for receiving thousands of dollars on behalf of Munir's fraud. After doing some digging on Larry, we found that he does in fact live in Youngstown, Ohio, and he's an ex-chemistry professor at a local university. Yeah, thanks! So in classic Trilogy Media style, we hopped on a plane, flew to Ohio, and knocked on Larry's front door, fully expecting to meet face-to-face the mastermind and co-conspirator of this tech support scam.
Hi, my name is Ashton. This is my business partner, Art. I just wanted to ask you about IV Tech Web Services, LLC. Is that your company?
No, I'm nothing to do with it.
You're listed on their website, Larry,
Yo,
and you're listed on the IRS tax documents as the owner of this company.
that helps. Guy named Alan Dodds.
Alan Dodds, yeah.
I have no idea about that.
We spoke to Larry on his doorstep for quite some time, and it quickly became clear that Larry had been taken for a ride by Munir. Larry was very forthcoming about his relationship with Munir, and not only had his entire identity been hijacked by Munir to open a fraudulent business, but Larry himself had also lost money to Munir. In the days that followed, we did have a couple more conversations with Larry over the phone. But it was becoming clearer that if we wanted to catch the real criminal, we'd have to fly to Kashmir, India, and hunt him down ourselves. So we did.
So this Munir, who been scamming Munir, who been scamming from Kashmir, right? That we found out his location in India, in Kashmir. He's still scamming.
See them. Don't record it. GoPro only GoPro. Oh, no, GoPro is on.
Munir Abbas. Munir Abbas, me. Alright, I flew all the way from America to bust Munir Abbas.
He is here nearby. Tamo ci para catch roda Munir Abbas Mir. Yat so dushniya. Yat ka tamo ci para catch roda Munir Abbas. Anas. Imje chos be aage. Imje screen get nishas. No. ठीक है शुक्रिया.
He was saying about construction.
Said there is one more gate. I said that दूर बैठा वैसे पता खास. Abbas Mir.
Abbas Mir.
Abbas Mir.
Munir Abbas Mir.
Only one.
Only one?
Only one person.
So what started to feel more and more like a video game side quest ended us up at a Kashmir police station. We were hoping that while we're there, we could properly report Munir's crimes and get some assistance in bringing him to justice. But instead, they seemed way more concerned with why we were investigating on a tourist visa.
So what visa are you on here?
No, I'm local, but I work with them.
Trilogy Media. It's a tourist visa.
That's gonna get you in trouble. You know, tourist visa and investigating like this could get you into trouble.
Alright.
We were disappointed to leave Kashmir without getting a face-to-face opportunity with Munir. But we were so humbled by the support of the locals as they tried to help us find him, and even more so after the video went live, receiving tons of DMs from locals wanting to help. Tips like photos of his extracurricular activities, sports clubs he's a member of. This guy's just living the fucking life. Now, needless to say, our trip to Kashmir made a lot of noise and stirred the pot for the next part of the story, which ended up being even harder than the last. Following the video's release, while Art and I were out of state filming for a different project, Art noticed that he missed a direct Twitter message from the one and only Carl Rock, stating that the Kashmir police reached out to him about our latest video and he needed to speak with us right away. Now, this was before we actually met Carl face-to-face at the People's Call Center later that month, and this was actually the very first time we spoke directly with Carl.
Boom, 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 boom! Yeah, hello?
He heard your boom boom bullshit and he hung right up.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you now. How are you, Art?
Hey! Art and Ashton here. What's up, Carl?
What's up, man?
I'm happy to meet you guys, I think this month, like in a couple of weeks, right?
Oh my gosh, we're so excited, man.
Did we make a lot of noise in India?
Yeah, because it was only like, I think it was like 1 or 2 days after that video came out, the Kashmir police contacted me because a lot of the police here know me and they come to me when they need help on things, and so they wanted to get in contact with you so they can file a case against this guy because they said that you went to the wrong police station. You should have gone to the cyber cell in Srinagar and they would have taken care of it because the cyber cell there is actually very active. So they have a normal police station, which I think you went to, but there's also a cyber cell police station. He wants to do something. This guy's very active, actually, and they have been busting a lot of these call centers, but they always come up with this one problem, and the problem is the foreign victims will never lay the complaint.
Right. Yep. Right.
So they don't have a complainant in court, and it's just. They can bust them, but they're going to get away with it in the end because there's no victim. Yeah, bro. All right. I'll see you in 2 weeks.
Sounds
See you
good.
in 2 weeks. Okay, cheers.
Thanks, Carl.
Bye.
Bye.
He's an amazing guy, and you should definitely check out his channel and our mutual experiences together saving victims at the People's Call Center over this last summer. This was a very promising development, seeing desire from a local police force wanting to take action against a scammer. So we quickly set up a call with Ravinder Singh of the Cybercrime Division of the Jammu and Kashmir Police Department.
Yeah, how are you guys?
Hello, sir. How are you? Nice to meet you.
We're doing great. Thank you for meeting with us.
It's great pleasure to talking to you.
Likewise.
Likewise.
Yeah, likewise. Yeah, thanks for talking to us.
Once we saw this video, we got to know that you guys have approached to the local police station in Srinagar for the same Munir case. You should have come to Cyber Police of JNK in Srinagar. Actually, there is one single police station in Kashmir zone who is looking for the IT cases, IT related cases.
You know,
the local
what's wrong with them handing the memory pen over to the cyber police? You know, should it really be people like victims trying to navigate all of that? Just, I understand. You know, we've gone to the wrong place. We will go to the right place, but honestly, it shouldn't be that hard.
The reason is that the local police stations will never help. In the last year, we arrested something around we raided something around 4 to 5 call centers, and I believe it was Jim, your video which you shared on the YouTube channel. We raided in the night 5 call centers at a time, and we arrested around 33 people. Where we were lagging in the case was that in the court of law, they just need a written complaint or any complainant that who has been cheated and who has been victimized. No one from the US citizen was able to share one complaint. We called to the so many numbers and the email IDs.
Well, I know in fact that we can take care of Larry. We can call him and definitely get some evidence and some complaint from him because he became a victim. If we're gonna give you evidence and provide numbers and everything, should we contact them, Jim, Trilogy Media, or you should contact them? What do you want to do?
No. We want that you should contact the victims or the complainant who can raise the complaint on our official email ID or a written statement to our email.
Yep. Also, I think you may have been speaking to Carl, is that right?
Exactly. Carl is in touch with me from the last 1 year.
If you want me to talk to them or us to talk to them, we might divide the load or something. I'm quite happy to do that. You want the victims to send an email to that email address saying, yes, I was scammed, and here's as much as I know. Is that correct?
Yes, exactly. What I want is that the victim who has been scammed, he or she must write down in his email that what he impersonated as, like a Microsoft officer or any other company who he impersonated as, the tech support executive. That would be in our IT section. And the impersonation is the one section which we can raise in an IT crime. It's the impersonation of any company. First, then another is the cheating by impersonation. If someone has been cheated by impersonating by a company official or anything, we can register an FIR under relevant sections of law.
All right. Well, we know what we need to do, and then so we get this to you, and then. How long does it take? Like, we want to try to hold each other accountable here. So
since I'll get an email tomorrow, we'll register an FIR on this, and after that I will record the video statement of the victim, right? And then our team will move to the location to arrest the Munir. You will get to know once the Munir is arrested. You will be knowing that how we worked, how we rated, and how as a team we work. So how Larry has opened that LLC company? Could you please explain how is LLC being created online for the youth?
Munir got enough of his personal details, including his social security number, to open the company up on his behalf. So as far as I can see, Munir actually used Larry's computer or a US computer and actually went through the normal online registration process. Okay, so he actually created the US company just using Larry's details. That's it. But Larry had also sent money as well.
Thank you very much, and work as a team so that we can have a positive response from the cyber police. You'll get to know in 1 week once you share the full information to the cyber police.
We're very excited.
We're looking forward to that.
We left this call feeling very hopeful, but it also reinforced something that we already knew. A huge reason why overseas scammers never seem to be brought to justice is because of a lack of victim statements here in the US. We've talked to a lot of scam victims over the years, and one thing that they all have in common is a reluctance to talk about what happened to them. After losing $30,000, Susan didn't tell her family and didn't even want her neighbors seeing us at her door due to the shame and fear of backlash. Rana's first worry after losing $8,000 was what the reaction would be of her sons. And this is one of the fundamental problems with this entire scam epidemic. Apart from raising awareness to our elderly to prevent scams, we also need to curb our judgment and encourage people that have been scammed to speak out, not only just for widespread education, but for reasons just like this, where their testimony can literally be the only missing piece to putting a scammer behind bars. So we knew what we had to do. We had already been face-to-face with Larry almost a year ago, and not only do we have proof that he himself was scammed, but he already knows who we are, and I'm sure would be elated to hear about a potential arrest of the man who fucked him over. But unfortunately, when we tried to get back in touch with Larry,
the number you've dialed is not in service.
His phone number had been disconnected.
He changed his number. What?
We spent weeks trying to get a hold of Larry.
Please press 8 to confirm you are not a telemarketer.
Call rejected.
We sent him numerous emails, called him on every single past and current phone number I could find online for him.
We're sorry. Sorry, your call cannot be...
I even tried calling his family members and neighbors.
Please record your message.
Hi, I'm trying to reach David. I am desperately trying to get a hold of Larry. Have a good day.
Hello?
Yes, hi, I'm trying to reach Caroline. Is this Caroline?
No, you have the wrong number.
Now, it's very possible that since learning about the scam, he has changed his numbers and is taking extra precaution against solicitation, which is good. But it was bizarre that we could no longer find one single trace of Larry's existence at all. As a last resort, I hand wrote Larry a letter, asking him to call me and mailed it to his house. But weeks later, I heard nothing. Our concern for Larry was growing, and our window of opportunity with the Kashmir cyber police was shrinking, so we had to take more evasive action. We made the decision to fly back to Ohio and knock on Larry's door one final time. And what happened when we got there is something that neither of us expected. But just before we left for Ohio, Jim Browning came through with another major win. While he was watching Munir's computer, he was able to find a spreadsheet full of names and addresses of people that had been scammed by Munir. It turns out Munir uses a service called Seamless Checks so that victims can send him payments via a digital check. And thanks to Jim, we now had a spreadsheet full of names of people that had done exactly that.
At the time he was logging into Seamless Checks, whilst he was away from his keyboard, I hit download instead of what he normally did was do this all online. So that's why the file even exists. This is an export from seamlesschecks.com after he had logged in.
And you exported it on his behalf.
On his behalf, and then downloaded it, and then
That's
deleted
amazing.
it, so he had no trace of it.
Fucking awesome.
There are tons of names on this list, and no reason why we can't get at least one solid victim statement, so we'll just call them up, right? Well, let's remember that every single person on this list is a victim of a phone or computer scam, and are probably now on high alert for random unsolicited phone calls, especially from a couple of YouTubers that just want to ask them a bunch of questions. Us and Jim split up the load, but after calling every last one of them, not a single one was reachable.
I mean, I have tried each of these and nobody's replied. I've left voicemails with a load of them. Yes, you're right. Maybe turning up the doors may be the only way.
So Art and I knew that we had to do something even more drastic. If we're going to fly across the country to knock on Larry's door again, we might as well hit a few more stops along the way and make best use of our money and travel time. I went one by one through every person on this list and cross-referenced their address that was on the spreadsheet with the address that I could find with a background check. The point here was to try to narrow down the list to the ones that seemed the most accurate. Things change and people move, and we didn't want to be spending thousands of dollars knocking on doors of empty houses. We narrowed it down to a smaller list of the ones that checked out, and even further to a good handful that seemed to be in a semi-close cluster in the Carolinas.
I gotta say, I've never packed a bag and left my house in the direction of the airport without having any clue as to where I'm going. Thanks to the masterful work of Jim Browning,
Our
he
big
has
brother.
discovered another gold mine that could potentially help us put Munir in jail. Larry's here. I was even thinking we could just fly into Pittsburgh. So she's nowhere near Larry, so that's cool. What we need to figure out here is these are all just names on a spreadsheet, so we don't know what we're going into or...
Right now, I'm so confused. How many people and how many days? I don't want to go home without have at least one statement. One statement will be enough to prosecute this criminal. Fly to Columbus, stay over, wake up in the morning, and we'll already have a car, right? So rent a car today, end up over here. In the morning, wake up, go to this one because it's the closest one. Done with these and drive to Larry. 2 people in half a day.
That leaves us Saturday night. Do we go to another place? Do we fly somewhere else, or maybe Sunday morning? Kentucky.
Virginia.
North Carolina and Kentucky.
Dude, North Carolina.
Mm-hmm.
And we have 2 people in North Carolina. How about like this? Get 2. Boom, boom. So fly to Charlotte, get a car, and go in the morning to Sarah, and go to North Carolina and hit another 2.
These 3.5, 4 hour drives are gonna eat a lot of time. Let me go in this area and I'll turn yellow the ones that could be possible. Okay, Rutherfordton is close to Charlotte. I mean, there's no one simple way to do this.
No. Should we fucking hit like South Carolina, North Carolina? 3 people in North, 2 people in South.
These are South Carolina. Lori in Belton, and then we got Betty in Fort Mill, and then we got Charles and Linda in Lamar, Mildred in Lawrence, and then RW in Somerton. 5 locations in South Carolina.
But just doing this, all we need is one success. One successful statement.
So Charlotte to Fort Mill is the shortest drive, which is 25 minutes.
All right.
So if we fly to Charlotte, we have one 25 minutes away.
Okay.
All right.
Boom.
And then if we go Somerton to, this is gonna be a long one. We may not need it, but Lawrence, Somerton to Lawrence.
That's true. We literally, if we're gonna get statements already, we don't have to go to those directions.
Somerton to Lawrence is a little over 2 hours.
Okay, which
and
is...
then Lawrence to Belton.
That's like 35 minutes.
And then Belton, in theory, would be back to Charlotte. But we don't get Larry.
We'll have to get Larry.
You know what we might honestly want to do? It's maybe a little bit more logistically risky, but maybe we just don't book any return flight or hotels.
I agree with you.
We just go and get a car. That's all we need, and then we'll go find a fucking motel whenever we're ready to stop. Let's just say we fly to Cleveland tonight.
Okay.
Spend the night.
Right.
Okay, that's a hotel we can book. Get up early tomorrow, go to Larry.
Yeah, exactly.
Right? And then we get 8 roulette spins, and it has to land on black one of the 8 times.
Oh, hi.
Bum, 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 bum.
How you doing, brother? I think we're gonna do something a little crazy, but what else is new for us? You know.
Oh. Okay.
So we've been staring at this spreadsheet from Seamless Checks for the last hour. We're not gonna book hotels or a return ticket. But we're gonna fly to Cleveland basically tonight, and we're gonna go hit Larry first thing in the morning and see what's going on there. And then we're just gonna keep going until we hit one, and so then we'll fly to Charlotte, North Carolina, because there's a bunch of them in South Carolina.
Actually, 6 or 7 of them.
There's like there's like 6 of them in South Carolina, and they're all like a couple hours from each other. So
all we need is like one shot, one testimony, and it's enough to prosecute Munir and his gang.
What do you think?
Right. That sounds amazing.
In this direction, when we have like 8 victims and all we need only one testimony, we need one. So, you know what?
I know. The only thing that worries me is if you look at the dates and all of those, they're like a year ago, and these tend to be older people. And my other worry is that they've forgotten the whole thing.
Yeah. Whenever we do an update on this, regardless if it's happy ending or not, it's still part of the journey, and you know, whatever.
Well, that's it. Okay. Good luck, guys.
All right,
okay.
thanks.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Well, I guess we're going to our plan of 69 knockings.
Okay, flight takes off at 2:57.
So Art and I did what we do best. We went all in, and we dove in headfirst into what would end up being one of the most difficult challenges in the history of our channel. Now, before we actually go to Ohio, I want you to see something. You see, Munir is not the only scammer that we're chasing, and his victims are not the only ones we're chasing statements from. A week before our return to Ohio, the whole Trilogy team was in Dallas filming for our documentary series Malice in Dallas, available exclusively on Trilogy Plus. And while we were there, we made a stop in Frisco, Texas to visit a scam victim named Marlene. Now, Marlene is a victim of a scam call center in Kolkata, India, called VRM, infamously targeted by us, Jim Browning, and Mark Rober earlier this year. That story, among many others, is still developing, and we'll have updates for you on that at some point later down the line. But the reason I'm showing you this encounter with Marlene now is because it gave us a perfect glimpse into the horrendously difficult world of gathering victim statements. It's a lot fucking harder than it sounds. So even though Marlene is from a different part of the story, it's all still part of the big picture of this video. Check out this shit show.
We're in Texas.
So, a victim named Marlene.
We have Kolkata police waiting on American victims.
Hoping she'll talk to us. Go into her house, see if she's home.
Jim has already tried to call her, left her messages. Basically,
2 of them.
Ideally, we'll get her to agree to make a video testimony about what happened to her.
With a video,
from VRM,
map, email,
the
anything.
rats at VRM, and their refund scam.
Even if we able to even talk to anybody if she's not home, like family members,
Yeah, if her
and
husband's
explain
home,
husband home, and then
say,
do
and
Zoom
like,
later.
Hey, yeah,
yeah.
If you can relay a message,
Yep.
she'll agree. You can help not only arrest some scammers, but save a lot of people from being scammed.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, it's gonna be on the left, up here. There it is. Okay.
That's amazing.
I'll leave the car on. Let's
Yeah.
go. Hello?
Marlene?
I don't see you. Oh,
Oh,
yeah,
we
I know.
already saw it.
They're so cute.
They're amazing.
Oh no, there's a nest? Oh, that's beautiful.
That's why I was like, look at this little girl.
Hey, you're Marlene, hi. I am. My name is Ashton.
My name is Art.
Yeah.
Thank you so
Oh,
much.
thank you.
In the shade, thank you. Appreciate it. It's hot.
Yeah, it is warm today. And
Art. Artyom. Yes.
He's Russian, I'm American.
I'm from Belarus. I'm Eastern European guy.
You're a European guy.
Eastern European guy.
So let me tell you who we are. So we have a YouTube channel and a company that exposes scams. So you know you get all those robocalls and scams.
I am up to here with them.
That's why we're here. So they scammed you back in April, right?
Yes, they did. Oh boy, they had me.
Yeah.
They really had me. Thank goodness my son-in-law stepped in
That's great.
because they had me go to my bank to okay the deposit.
That's your computer,
Does that look familiar?
That's my husband.
That's your husband and your
my
dog?
husband, but they passed away.
Oh my God. I'm so
Yeah,
sorry.
but that's my computer.
Yeah.
How did you get my computer?
Well, we get
I'll explain. What they need to arrest those people is a video testimony from someone that got scammed. That's why we're here.
Because Indian police cannot
I
do.
can't do anything unless my son-in-law or my daughter.
That's
are
fine.
there.
Absolutely.
I-
we can do a Zoom call. We can call. We can. It doesn't matter.
I have to have my son-in-law or daughter with me.
Yes, that's
because
fine.
They don't trust me anymore because I'm too susceptible. It was like $462.
Yeah.
Well, when I put it in the bank, I put down 4,000.
No, you didn't. They make you think you did.
make you think they
That's
did.
the scam. You can
Let-
help a lot of people, save a lot of lives by helping us, by telling even just like 5 minutes for you just saying what happened.
All I can do is call my son-in-law and
Maybe we
let
can
you
explain.
talk to
That's
him.
I would love
amazing.
to. I would love to.
He's over at Walmart
Uh-huh.
right now. He said he would come over.
Oh, that's even better.
amazing.
That's even better.
That's amazing.
Yeah, and he told me, don't ruin anything, don't say anything
Absolutely.
until I get
Absolutely.
We can go and wait in the car until he will come.
And when he's here, no, we got AC. It's
Oh, we have
okay.
AC.
Yeah.
No,
Get you a bottle of water.
Oh, you're so sweet.
You're
We're-
awesome.
we're
We have
okay.
water.
We're
We
okay.
can prepare it. Thank you so
You
much.
get in the cool air and we'll
Yeah.
talk in a sec, okay? She doesn't want to do anything without the son-in-law present. So we said, hey, can you call him? So she called him. And he's at Walmart and said he would come. He told her, don't do anything or say anything until I show up.
Look, he already here. Look how fast he drove. He was driving so
Wow.
fast. He already here.
Let's go talk to him. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thank you so much for coming so fast.
Thank you for. We're not selling anything. No.
No,
just hear us out.
you don't have to be defensive. We're gonna explain everything.
Yeah. So we have a company that hunts down scammers. We get a lot of robocalls and random scammers that try to scam people. They tried to scam Marlene back in April.
Yeah, I know they've done.
Yeah.
They've done it a bunch of times, but I think she's okay if she just stop answering the phone.
No, and that's
and
that's great. But listen,
But listen to
please,
this.
Our job is to find scammers, expose them, and try to put them in jail.
Okay.
The call center that scammed Marlene is still active, and we talked to the Kolkata police. The reason they can't arrest them right now is because we don't have an American victim statement. So we're here pleading with you. You can save a lot of people. I need a 2-minute video of Marlene just saying,
I'm not going to do that.
My name
I'm
is-
sorry. I hear great. I hope you guys are successful. You find somebody, but she's not going to do it. Okay. She's 86 years old. And she's got beginning stages of Alzheimer's. I don't need this. Okay. I really don't need it. I appreciate what you're doing. I hope you find somebody. Okay. But
But you understand this is not about her. This is about saving
what you're telling me.
hundreds of thousands of dollars.
Freaking know where she calls me and asks me to come over here. I was here this morning for 3 hours.
Okay.
Okay?
No.
So I appreciate what you're doing.
We're in the middle between American police and Indian police.
Okay, well, that's fine. Okay, please. You explain your case. It's not going to happen here. Okay.
Okay, but maybe can we find a compromise? Okay.
There's no compromise.
No.
We're done.
No. Can I please? You're very defensive, and I understand that. I just ask you just 5 seconds, and you can go and live your life.
Go fast, okay? I got stuff in the car that's going to melt, and I'm going to get pissed in a minute, okay?
So when we talk to Indian police and American police, right? So American police cannot prosecute Indian scammers because it's international country, right?
Okay.
So Indian police.
So maybe I should call Frisco Police now and have them come over and
That's fine. But you're still not giving me 30 seconds. So what?
It's a shame, man.
Well, hold on. Okay. You answer the phone and I will.
Yes, but why? Because I just called her. Told her this is ridiculous.
You're a man.
Guys, whatever it is, I'm going to save you time. It's hot out here. I don't have.
We flew from Los Angeles, California. We're not locals. We flew specifically.
Well, yeah, that's fine. But I'm sorry you did that. Find somebody else, okay?
It's okay. And we will. We have one more victim in state
Good.
of Texas.
I wish you the best of luck with it.
Okay, so can I at least finish the last sentence? The last sentence when police said, if we're gonna get at least email statement that, hey, they tried to attempt us. Email, nothing else. Just an email saying that happened to me on April 12th. They tried to
Give me
scam
an email
me.
address and I'll consider that.
Okay, here we go.
That would be great.
I don't have time.
Thank you so much. We're not a bad guys.
No, I'm not saying that you're bad guys. It's just, in this neighborhood, and you're trying to prevent that, all they do is spray them as freaking people.
I understand. That's why we're here. We're trying to stop that.
No, I know.
You can help us do that.
I got power of attorney over her. I will send you an email on her behalf.
That's info@trilogymedia.com.
I will do that.
A few sentences explaining the scam would be extremely helpful.
Because it's happened more than once.
One email can put people.
You can save a lot of lives.
That
all right?
I will do. And it's going to be coming from me, okay?
All right. If you can just mention her name, that it happened to her. That's all that matters. Okay.
Yeah, I was here changing passwords and everything when that happened.
And that's exactly what we're educating when we go on national television, that every 6 months people should change passwords because they get inside of the computers.
I was having this conversation with her this morning.
Yeah, and that's the card. Thank you so much, guys. Really appreciate your time, okay?
All right. Have a good day. So our confidence going into this new trip that was filled exclusively with victim encounters was a lot lower than it had been before. But our first stop is Larry in Youngstown, Ohio. And he already knows us, so this should be a piece of cake. Right? We've got a last-minute flight from LA to Cleveland, Ohio, with a stop and plane change in Detroit. Now, our flight leaving LA was hella fucking delayed. In fact, it was so delayed that after we sat on the tarmac for over 2 hours before takeoff, the plane then returned to a nearby gate and had every passenger deplane.
So, you just woke up, right?
I never actually fell asleep. In fact, I'll tell you what though, the last 2 hours. See that gate over there? Which was the first time either one of us had ever taken a 2-hour flight to travel the distance of 3 gates, leaving us absolutely zero chance of making our connecting flight in Detroit. So in an effort to try to get our money back for our Cleveland hotel booking, we did a last-minute cancellation while we were in the air and planned to sort out new accommodations in Detroit upon our arrival. And thankfully, we got the refund. So as fate would have it, it turns out that our pilot on the first flight was the same pilot for our second flight, meaning the second flight was waiting for us. So now aboard our second flight to Cleveland, after midnight, with no hotel reservation, things were off to a rocky start. We landed in Cleveland in the middle of the fucking night, and while we were standing waiting for a taxi at the airport, we saw a beautiful big old Sheraton just a stone's throw away. So we asked the driver to take us there. We exited the vehicle, walked up to the hotel, and found a boarded up, closed hotel. With a fully functioning beacon of a sign for some fucking reason.
Yo, so it's almost 2 in the morning, we're in Cleveland. Why are we walking, Ash? Because we called taxi and taxi brought us to Sheraton and Sheraton is closed.
Of course, the driver had already drove off, so we jumped into our Uber app to see if we could go try somewhere else. The problem here, though, is because technically we were still on airport grounds as far as the Uber app is concerned. So the Uber app would not let us call a car to our precise location, only by selecting a terminal. But we weren't anywhere near a terminal, and it was like 3 in the fucking morning.
And we have to save victims? Who gonna save us? Yo! We need a ride! We look like homeless! Can't pick up a spot for the Uber because we're in the fucking airport.
2 in the morning. 2 in the morning. Look at this. Look at this.
Fuck!
Look at this.
You call an Uber. I don't know how to do it.
It's starting to rain. That's cool.
So we did exactly what would make any mother quiver. We hitchhiked in Cleveland at 3 in the morning.
Excuse me, if we'll pay you guys cash, would you guys drop us off to the hotel?
I gotta get my sister. She have flight just arrived.
Okay, no problem. Have a good night. Taxi? No problem. He drop us off at the hotel that is haunted, ghosted,
And he took off, and I tipped him $5. Anybody? Oh my God, dude! Hey, brother, we'll pay you cash. Which hotel are we going? Any hotel? Yeah.
Sure, hop in. Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah,
You
sure.
fucking awesome. Yeah, shit. All right. Dude!
So much.
No. It's not necessary.
Take it, please.
No, please, just that's the least we can do. And thank you so much.
It's okay. Yeah.
Were you guys doing at 2 in the morning?
I just got in from Chicago, actually.
From Chicago?
Yeah, I was there on work, and I literally just got in. My wife came and picked me up. I felt comfortable, you look like nice guys. Thank you, guys.
Right back at you.
Plus, I carry.
After getting in the car with these amazingly kind people, they dropped us off at a local Marriott, and they graciously insisted on waiting until we confirmed that the hotel had vacancy before they drove away, and bless them for it, because it turns out the Marriott had 0 rooms available. We Googled the next closest option, called them in advance, and finally got to check in to this strange place. And I shit you not, this is who checked us in.
So tell me. I'm not in the mood. You can tell it. I'm hitting my limit. I've had enough turtles. Enough fucking turtles. I appreciate everything. There's a lot of turtles lately. This hotel has been only open for 2 weeks.
Next stop, Youngstown, Ohio.
Hey, this little baby sign?
That's the sign.
That's the sign that nobody can find.
There's another sign. 2 signs. They went all out on that one.
Now, assuming Larry was there and he answered the door, we figured he would be our easiest target that would be willing to talk to us and give us a statement, since we had already visited him before about the same topic.
Approaching Larry's house, supposedly.
Yeah. It's like deja vu, dude, I swear. See this one? This one, right?
Yep.
Yeah, that's
Same
the
car.
one.
Well, I don't know if it's the same car, but there's a car in there.
There's a car inside. So, somebody must live there.
We'll see. All right. Cross your fingers, y'all. This is literally what we need. We need 5 minutes of his time.
5 minutes, 1 video, and Munir asshole goes to prison. Bum 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 bum!
I can hear his.
Larry? Larry! Remember us? Ashton and Art. We came like 1 year ago.
I'm not talking to you.
Oh, no, Larry. It's like really quick. We flew. Yeah, you can call cops. That's fine. Larry.
What the hell?
Larry, we flew all the way from Los Angeles to talk to you. Because we have good news, Larry. Larry, can we talk to you literally for 30 seconds?
2 minutes, Larry, please.
Oh, now we bad guys all of a sudden?
Alright, well, wait for the cops. Maybe they'll convey the message to him.
You can write a letter. Larry, can we talk to you for 1 second? Please?
Wow. Just sitting here and vlog. If they're coming, then we'll talk to them.
I don't think you're gonna call cops.
I think he is. If he doesn't, we'll leave him a letter, but... That was bizarre. What transpired between last time and now? He said, no, I'm not fucking talking to you guys. And slammed the door. I don't know if he got brainwashed by his family, his friends, his relatives, or by fucking Munir. What the fuck? It's not fucking easy. Like, now we understand why scammers are so successful in this business. Because it's hard to fucking prosecute them. In the next 5-10 minutes, I'm coming back and I'm knocking on his door again. I hope the cops do come. I would love to hear what the fuck. Okay.
I'm just mad.
I know, it's frustrating.
Just we came all the way, like, to this, you know, like, all the way. We're ready to prosecute him. The police ready to prosecute him. All we need is a statement. Tell him that we flew to India and we talked to Indian police. And we can put him to prison, but we need your help. Yeah, please call us, we will explain. Email statement will be fine as well.
God, who knew that dealing with victims is going to be more complicated and difficult than dealing with scammers? Larry, this is Art and Ashton. We are confused as to why you are angry with us. We are only trying to help. We found your Alan Dots scammer. His real name is Munir Abbas Mir. We flew to India to find him, and we have Indian police ready to arrest him, but all we need is a statement from you, the victim. Please consider talking to us. We're only trying to help. Thank you for your time. Art's phone number, please call us. Something has clearly transpired since we last saw him. Perhaps Munir got into his head even deeper and turned him against us, or maybe he has a lawyer involved now that told him not to talk to anyone. Either way, unfortunately, he thinks we're the villains, so looks like we won't be getting a statement from him. Next stop, the Carolinas.
Hello.
How are you?
Yes, sir.
How are you? Does Betty live here by chance?
She does?
She does. Okay.
Yeah.
Sir, my name is Ashton. This is Art.
My name is Art.
We have a company where we fight scammers online.
Right.
I think Betty was scammed like a year ago.
Right.
Does that sound familiar?
Right.
We found the guy. So I'll show you who we are. We're a company called Trilogy Media. And we go to India, we expose all these scam call centers and stuff.
Right, okay.
And there was a guy, I think he called himself Alan Dots.
Okay.
For a company called Ivy Tech Web Solutions
Right,
and Services.
okay,
Sounds
all right,
familiar?
all right.
So you're probably wondering how we know all this. I'll explain it all.
You sound like scammers to me.
Well,
I know.
sure.
Yeah.
This is us.
Does any of this involve her paying you money?
Absolutely not.
Absolutely not.
No.
We flew. We independent journalists. We make documentaries and stuff. We found the scammer. Yeah, we found the scammer. We flew to India. We find the guy. We went to
Just because he called my mother?
We talked to Indian police, and
Right.
Indian police said we can prosecute this guy, but the problem is the victims are in America.
Right.
So we have a cybercrime policeman in India that's ready to arrest this guy. But he said, I need a video statement from
I
a
need
victim.
a video statement that
I need a few sentences from someone who he
Yeah.
stole from.
Well, I'm an attorney, and this doesn't sound anywhere close to being kosher to me.
This trip was very last minute, and at a time with limited resources, so we didn't have any filming crew with us. I stopped recording on my phone so I could show him our credibility and all the video evidence against Munir, but it still wasn't enough. We could see Betty in the hallway behind him, but Michael, her son, refused to allow any contact. He did agree, however, to give us his business card, and he promised to supply a written email statement on Betty's behalf if we connected him directly with the authorities requesting the statement. Frustrating, but better than nothing.
Wow.
Are you recording?
Yeah.
All of a sudden, I feel I am
A scammer.
I'm a lead guy in the movie Mission Impossible.
This is becoming very difficult.
That's a third victim, right? Taxes number one. Tell us fuck off. Son-in-law, Larry, shut the door in our faces. And now it's the third one, third victim, who said, go fuck yourself.
Yeah.
If I was not here, I will call the sheriff department.
I'm actually hoping someone calls the cops.
I know.
So we can at least get a proper word in. Well, we got further than we did with the other two.
Hey, we got a business card. And plus,
he's like, I'm actually lawyer, right?
Yeah.
He is familiar about everything that we said.
Mm-hmm.
He was like, yep, sounds, yep, pop, yep, that's happened, yep, that happened, and yes, that happened. So what exactly do you need? How do I know that you're not a scammer? Fuck, 6 more scammers. Oh, 6 more,
We're not gonna hit all 6. There's no way. Let's go park and on remap and see what we can do. Well, on the one hand, it's great that they have people protecting and looking out for them. But when you get also to a point where they won't hear any logic.
Oh, he didn't, yeah. It looks like nobody wanna like, okay, I understand, can I check? Can you put on the phone that guy who give you the address? What is Jim Browning? Okay, can I see your YouTube channel? But nobody asked anything. It's just like, okay, calling sheriff department.
We're in South Carolina right now. Forgot.
Like what we think, it's never like this.
Right.
It's fucking never.
I thought this would be so much easier than it is.
Oh my God.
Like,
hey, did you get scammed? Yes, I did.
We want to help catch the guy. I just need you to...
Do you want him to go to prison? You know what, maybe you should...
Alright. I'm so tired. Yeah, we drove to another state to get a business card. But it's still better than what we got the day before. Yeah, I'm not having high hopes for this whole process. This has become...
Well, I don't need your negativity.
Being negative.
Stay in the car. I'm gonna go and I'm gonna talk to Rosemary.
Maybe one person would be better. I don't know at this point. Fucking nothing. It's not working.
Not working yet. We need a victim to talk.
And that's really fucking hard to get.
Because they have a shield right now because they got scammed before. So right now, like relatives, as they should, protect them from fucking intruders.
Yeah. Yeah. 1661.
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess. That's weird.
Told you. I actually pointed it.
Yeah. Wow. Is this it? This is it. Alright. Alright.
I empty. Leave my phone right there.
Hey. How are you? How you doing? Is there a Rosemary that lives here?
Who?
Rosemary?
Rosemary? No.
No Rosemary here?
No.
Okay, sorry, we have the wrong place.
Oh, you're good.
No,
you're good.
No worries. Thank you so much.
Yes, sir.
What is the address? 1661. Let's go park somewhere. I can maybe do another search on her.
See? There's another one. 114.
Why is it only 3 digits? Anywhere or nowhere. I mean, I'd need service.
Is it 116?
No, it's 1661. We're getting further away. Honestly, the best thing is to get service. Go somewhere and get. It'll either be the same address or completely different, or maybe one number off. But I doubt that. Wow, we are in the backwoods of the South right now. Our big bazooka SUV.
Actually, I can go towards left and see if we can get service down there.
Yeah. Oh, cool. 0 service. Absolutely no service.
All right, Ash. So this is okay. You tell me what you think, and I'm gonna tell you what I think.
Well, I'll tell you what I found. Rosemary lives in New Mexico.
And we...
Old address. She's 73. Sarah's in Virginia. 4 hours from Charlotte Airport. I'm just thinking if we're going to take the route of changing the flights anyway, maybe just go home. Just feel like Sarah
So Sarah
has a high risk, low reward.
It's like I don't know anymore who is a high risk and who is a low risk.
I get it, but you have to draw a line at some point. I mean, I don't know. We've had,
Oh, unless again, that's the second person. We have another 2-3 people in neighborhood. I just feel like, yeah, it sounds very sexy to fly home, but we
don't wanna, like...
Okay, let's not go to Sarah. Let's go tomorrow morning, spend evening, accomplish everything that we accomplished today. In the morning, let's go see another 2 victims and go home.
I get that, but it's like,
the whole reason why we're not able to execute the other 2 people who live in North Carolina, South Carolina, because we have flight tonight. But if we'll change our flight for tomorrow evening, we can have right now time to breathe, recover, and tomorrow morning just go hit another 2 people, get 2 more chances, and go home. I feel that I'm not ready yet to go home because I feel that the homework is not done. I'll say one night not gonna change anything.
I don't know, I'm sick of driving, I'm sick of...
Well, you don't have to drive anymore tonight. Like, we go home and,
I'm sick of being, I'm just over it. I want to go home, honestly, but...
But we did not deserve that yet.
Well, we can't control this.
I know we can,
We
but
can't control the outcome.
I'm just not ready to go home tonight.
Okay.
I don't know. I feel not being accomplished.
I know, I get that.
We have 0 video testimony, 0.
I know.
And we have opportunity to hit another victims, at least 2 more chances. 2 more chances, 2 more. Boom, boom, boom. And all this money, it's, all we did is Larry in our face and 1 business card.
We knew that was a high possibility.
No, I know.
Happening.
Well, that's why
I'm also now that we've done this 3 or 4 times, I'm starting to, not that I didn't see it through their eyes before, but I'm also realizing how hard of a sell this is. To get them to agree to appear on camera to shoot 2 Goombas that they've never heard of after they've already been scammed. It's it looks sketchy, even though we are doing the right thing, but it's not as simple as just...
Yeah, but all we need, it's another babushka that was 30 seconds away from giving testimony when you were almost start filming her, and she was like, you know what, let me call my in-law. So it's possible. I'm not ready to go home.
I don't know. My mind is going to the things that I know we have to do, and at least I know that I have to do.
Yeah, my mind is going to, do whatever it takes to give enough evidence to Johnny that he can do his stuff because he's relying on us. He's counting on us. I know that's not what they want to hear, and that's what I don't want to hear as well. But I'm not ready to give up. Amazing trip in Texas, that everything went the way we wanted. Now it's everything against us. The more it's against us, the more I don't want to okay, you fucking us up. You know what?
Learning a lot doing this, and
me too.
I feel we're just fighting a losing battle here, and we keep spending more money and more time, and I'm so fucking tired.
If that's it, that's it. We have 2 people, we knock on them, and all of them said fuck off. You know what? I'm coming home with my peaceful mind. You know what? We did everything that we can, but I cannot go home right now knowing that we did not do everything that we can. Okay, we just came right now. This lady, she lives in different state. All right, let's take this day, go edit. Let's go to hotel. Let's book a hotel. Let's go edit. Do your stuff. Chill. Eat. Sleep. Wake up in the morning. Do what we came for. We have responsibility towards Jean. We have responsibility towards Johnny, and we're here, and we bailing off and going home early, without even hitting the addresses that we said that we will.
Map to fucking who knows where now.
Were you fucking moaning over there?
I can't help it, it feels so good. Oh god.
Back at the hotel, we were able to finally get a couple hours of recharge.
I feel like I got hit and fucked by a train. Oh my god, fuck yeah. And I'm not sharing it with anyone. I'm not sleeping on a big mattress of starfish like I did at the last hotel.
And even though we're on a mission that involves a scammer thousands of miles away, sometimes you just have to take a moment and lend a hand to someone right in front of you. Like this homeless woman and her child we found sleeping in the lobby of our hotel late that night.
I just discovered a single mom and her kid downstairs sleeping, and I would love to put them in a room, whatever room you are available. There is no reason that mother and kid should sleep on the street. I was raised by the single mom.
Yeah.
And this is not right. Yeah, mom. I got you a room. Let's go. Let's go. Get your stuff. And I get a late checkout. And I get you some stuff.
Oh, thank you so much.
Hey, don't worry about it. Let's go. Take your baby. Oh my God. I will help you with this.
I'm so sorry.
No, sorry for what? No, I got you. Okay? We got you. 2 p.m.
2 p.m.
2 p.m., okay?
Thank you. What's your name?
My name is Art.
Thank you, Art.
Hey, don't worry about it.
Thank you.
Okay, get his stuff. Let's go.
Okay.
Let's go, baby. Let's go. She's like, I've been sleeping. Why did you wake me up?
It's okay. It's okay.
Yep.
Oh,
Go.
okay.
Here we go. Here we go.
Oh my God. This is too much.
Oh my God.
I don't know how to take you.
There is no such a thing as a pay. Okay? Okay. Stop.
I'm sorry.
Hey, please stop. Hey, stop. Hey. I'm like you. Like I was him.
Yeah.
I was him being a baby, raised by a single mom. So
Say thank you.
put that baby to sleep.
Yeah. Say thank you. Oh my God.
Oh, it's
Okay.
okay.
Go to bed. Go to bed.
I know. Let's put him to sleep.
I don't believe this.
It's the final morning of our trip. We have a few victims left on the list, but we only have time to visit one of them.
Fucking.
Okay,
Whatever.
let's call them.
So we may have to pick one.
Yeah.
To
I
visit.
know.
This experience of visiting victims at their homes has proven to be a much different experience than I thought. Even though every time we visit scammers, our predictions are wrong, we still have a pretty good idea as to like how it's gonna feel and what the options are.
Yeah.
This is vastly different. I thought it would be easier, and it's not.
In an effort to get our best chances, that morning we pre-called all of the contenders just to see if we'd get lucky.
Hello?
Yes, hi. I'm not sure if I have the right phone number. I'm trying to reach a Robert.
No, yes, wrong number.
Oh, yeah, my apologies. Thank you. Hi there, my name is Ashton. I'm trying to reach Robert. He doesn't know me, but I am a journalist out of Los Angeles who hunts scammers. Hi there, I'm trying to get in touch with Charles or Linda. And I have it on record here that he may have been scammed over a year ago. Hi there, I'm not sure if I have the right phone number, but I'm trying to reach a Mildred. Hi there, my name is Ashton. I'm trying to get in touch with Sarah. Highly request that Robert call me back at his earliest convenience. Hi, Lori. My name is Ashton. You don't know me. I have it here on my records that you were scammed, I think it was last year, and we have found your scammer. I can explain everything. You can look me up. Trilogy Media is the name of my company. My name is Ashton. My business partner is Art, and we have all the information about the guy that stole from you, and I would love to help you, and you can also help us. So please call me back. Thank you so much, hon.
But unfortunately, all we got were voicemails. So we decided to pick one at random and start driving. But just as we were leaving the hotel, we received a call back from Lori in South Carolina.
Hello, this is Ashton.
Hi, this is Lori. You just called me.
Lori, hi, how are you, hon?
Could you do me a favor and call me right back? I don't have to do long distance on my phone.
No problem, I'll call you right back.
Okay, thanks.
Thank you. Where's the button? Turn them off. Can't ever see them.
Okay, there. I'm sorry. I didn't know this on my phone.
No, it's okay. I was.
It died. Not working right.
No worries. We were driving anyway, so it was perfect. We just pulled over so we could.
Are you okay?
No, we're perfect. It's great. It's great. Lori, I'm so glad you called me back. Thank you so much, hon.
I'm so leery of scammers. Since I looked you up, I said, he's legit. I saw your picture and all.
Oh, good. You looked us up. I'm so happy you did that. Okay,
awesome.
great. Lori, so, my gosh, we are actually in Charlotte right now in North Carolina.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because we are trying to get in touch with all of these guys, these victims that this guy scammed. There's so many of them in South Carolina. But we have his picture and we have his real name. His real name is Munir, but I think he was calling himself Alan when he was talking to you.
Exactly.
Yep.
Alex.
Yeah, it was Alan Dots. The only thing that these police guys need is a victim to say what happened, like basically make a statement. And you are literally our last resort. Like we are flying.
Our last chance.
I wouldn't do a video. I'm still scared to do got to activate for some reason.
I understand.
We literally need a statement. Hi, my name is this and this has happened to me at this year, at this date, and this is how much money this guy took from me. That's it.
I wish I could think I've got the numbers of what he typed out. Still got the name and numbers. It's called IV Tech.
Yes, IV Tech,
Yep,
IV
yep.
Tech Web Solutions.
Yep.
Yes, Howard. Here's the number. 503.
Lori, how about this? If you want, without video, I'm happy right now on the phone. If you'd be willing to just speak a few sentences, say my name is Lori, and I can just take an audio recording, and I swear I can get this guy in jail. But I need someone to help me because this guy is still scamming people, and he's not going to stop.
You know, like all the numbers I've got, that might be from a different company, but
Basically, just read what information you have, and tell us what he did to you.
Yep.
Tell us what he stole from you.
And that's gonna be enough.
tell me when you're ready.
Oh, go ahead.
Okay, this is Lori. Back about June, July of 2021.
We spent the better part of an hour pulled over to the side of the road talking to Lori, which unfortunately made it impossible for us to drive to any additional victims before our flight. But no matter what, we got what we needed. Lori, a victim of Munir's scam, willing to step up, tell her story, and bring Munir to justice.
And that's why you stay extra day and you go until the fucking end.
Fuck.
Now, we deserve to go home. Mwah.
Can we go home now?
Yeah! See you in LA! Bye!
As soon as we got to the airport, we began compiling the footage of our phone call with Lori and sent it over to Ravinder and his department. I condensed the video down to include all the key moments of her testimony. I put subtitles over the entire video, and I sent it to the 2 email addresses for the Cybercrime Division as instructed to us by Ravinder. I also sent the video of the entire unedited phone call so as to back up the legitimacy of the edited one. I included a Dropbox link to these videos, as well as a breakdown of the money stolen from Lori. $1,900 sent over 2 separate checks from Lori to IV Tech Web Services, one in April and then again in June. Along with this email, I sent a second email with a comprehensive breakdown of every single piece of evidence that we had on Munir. His photo, his victim spreadsheet, examples of his scam pop-ups, a 2.5-hour recording of Munir scamming a woman named Maria, and an hour-long recording of Munir scamming a Canadian man named Brian, along with the CBC News piece they did on Brian and Jim Browning, as well as the full recording of the subsequent webcam footage of the police showing up to Brian's house to intervene. I broke everything down so a 5-year-old could understand it. Now, after sending those 2 emails, I sent more emails. One was an email statement from one of the victims named Sergio. This one came from Jim's side of things, from a victim that finally got back to him after our initial reach-outs before traveling. And the final one was about Betty and her attorney's son, Michael. As promised, I connected Michael to the police in a group email, however, Michael never followed up with his promise of a return email. And as one final fucking nail in the coffin of Munir, I asked Lori to send an email complaint herself to those same 2 email addresses, so that they had it on record sent from her directly, not through us. An unrecorded call with the police confirmed that once an email is sent from the victim direct to the police, that's all they need to move forward with an arrest of Munir. And like the champion she is, she sent it. And this was the text reply from Ravinder. Basically saying that because she didn't specifically request that they do something about it, it's not valid. So I asked her to send it again, with extra wording asking them to do something. And she did, because she's a rock star and I love Lori. She even went as far as to go to the bank, wait in line, and get printouts from the teller of the exact checks that were sent to Munir through IV Tech last year, and then mailed them to me, which of course were forwarded to Ravinder also. So our work here should be done. A day goes by, nothing. A week goes by, nothing happened. A month goes by, and Munir still continues to scam. So now, we turned on the pressure cooker, basically saying how fucked up it is that we did literally everything they asked, spent fuckloads of money to appease their requirements, and nothing has been done. It's been well over a month, and we told Ravinder that if nothing happens by September, that we're dropping a video update to the public about all of this. And this was his reply. We have already submitted a detailed report to IGP Kashmir for this. Once the directions will come, we will lodge a case. Are you fucking kidding me? He didn't tell us that once he gets victim statements, he can submit a report. He told us that once he gets victim statements, he can arrest Munir. So pressure and emotions were rising, and he ends it with this gem. You can go ahead then. Why your police does not take cognizance against them. Tell your police to come here and arrest them under law. September 1st. Nothing has happened. Despite our ultimatum, we decided to give courtesy one final attempt with this text message. And we get this very insightful reply from Ravinder. We followed up with a text on September 13th, and again the following week, which unfortunately brings us to today, with Munir still scamming people as you're watching this. It's fucking infuriating. But this is perhaps the most important part of the video, where you at home can do something to help seal Munir's fate. The point of this video is not to smear Ravinder's reputation, or anyone over there in the Cyber Police Department of Kashmir. I want to make that clear, and I so badly want to give him the benefit of the doubt and believe that he truly does care and genuinely wants to do something to help. But something is wrong. Something is corrupt. I don't know where it starts and where it ends, but at the end of the day, we're not police. We have no power of enforcement. Our power is with reach. To someone like you. YouTubers and investigators historically have had repeated failed attempts at getting local police to act on scam call centers. And time again, the only thing that's ever proved effective is media attention and public pressure. We're shining a light publicly on this entire process and pulling back the curtain on this one so you can see firsthand just how difficult it is to get something done. We've made this video as detailed and infuriating as possible, so hopefully it inspires you to act. Start by sharing this video, please. The more views and awareness, not just on the scammer, but on the corruption surrounding it, the better chance at long-term success. Send an email or tweet at Jammu and Kashmir Police. If they're not going to spend time arresting some Munir, maybe they can spend some time reading some tweets and emails with stories about how scams in India have affected somebody you love. Here's their Twitter, here's their website, and specifically the Cybercrime Division. Now, this video is not meant to mark the end of this fight for us. This is only a new chapter, okay? This is definitely not the finish line. We are not going to stop fighting this fight until Munir is in prison. And I know Munir is only one scammer of thousands, but it's the principle and the lesson and the reason why, repeated over and over again, that so many of these scammers are unprosecuted, and why so many of our elderly are being fucked over every single day. We're not going to give up until this fucker is behind bars. And Ravinder, I know you're watching this, but so is the rest of the world. Please do the right thing. Stop leaving us on red and go get this scamming piece of shit. And if you're somehow missing some piece of evidence that you still need, then just fucking tell us. We've gone this far to get every single fucking thing that you've asked for, so keep up your end of the bargain and let's end this story happily, for fuck's sake. And just in case I never hear from you again, here is an invoice payable to Trilogy Media Inc. for reimbursement of travel costs associated with your requests and empty promises. This has also been sent to your 2 official email addresses, and will follow with a printed copy mailed to your headquarters in Srinagar. Just in case.